Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our special edition on Nile TV International, bringing you the latest developments on the ground happened today, where President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi renewed his praise and appreciation of the efforts exerted by American President Donald Trump, along with concerned parties, to reach an agreement on ending the war with Iran and restoring peace, security, and stability in the Middle East. The president made these remarks in a joint phone call, Trump and a number of Arab and regional leaders, in which they called on the American leader to resume his efforts until sustainable peace agreement is regained across the region and the globe. And to talk more about this, we are very delighted to have with us over the phone Mr. Ahmad Maharem. He's a journalist and political analyst. Thank you very much, Mr. Ahmad, for joining us today.
You are most welcome.
Mr. Ahmed, tell us more about the latest developments concerning the phone call held between American President and President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and Arab leaders.
Well, I think after a long time of having a big hope that the conclusion will reach to a kind of stability in the region, I think the last 24 hours that President Donald Trump, he canceled his plan usually for the weekend to be out of Washington, D.C. and out of the White House, also to cancel his preparation for his son's wedding.
Yeah.
That means the whole world were expecting something very important, and we were so glad to hear the news yesterday that the personal talk between President Trump and the leaders of the Arab countries in the Middle East, starting from Egypt, Jordan, 3 countries from the Gulf states, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Emirates, also Pakistan, and Turkey as well, Jordan.
Yeah.
That means there is a conclusion of pressure from all those leaders to President Trump that there is no need for a second wave of the war. I think the conclusion of that kind of discussion will reach that in few hours, President Trump is going to announce a conclusion of 2 months ceasefire with different details about how the facilities will be started from Hormuz Strait, and also some kind of release of $25 billion from the Iranian capital are already freezed by the United States. I think there is a big hope that for the next few hours.
Yeah. Mr. Ahmed, American President Donald Trump said that a largely negotiated memorandum of understanding on an Iran peace deal would reopen the Strait of Hormuz, as the expectations rose that a turning point might be imminent in the 3-month-old war. How do you view the closure of the Strait of Hormuz so far since the start of the war?
I think the main issue, both sides, the American and Iranian, to start giving hope to the world that this is the most critical kind of crisis right now, because the economy of the world is so badly affected.
Yeah.
And after 3 months, I don't think that is any other chance for keeping the situation as it is. I think both sides, if they succeed to announce, first of all, the most important and the critical point is to open the free passing of ships through the Hormuz Strait. There is so many other details technically, but I think as a slogan that this matter was almost agreed. The other particular points, it could be following to that in the near future.
Mr. Ahmed, various media in the U.S. and Iran said that the memorandum that could yield an agreement lays out a phased framework for ending months of fighting, reopening the strategic waterway soon, and lifting a U.S. blockade on Iran. Do we expect a meeting soon or negotiations to be held soon, Mr. Ahmed?
America was in badly need to reach to that conclusion, because the next 2 weeks, America is expecting the World Cup will be in the cities of the United States of America. Millions of people are coming to visit. So that was not a good time for American administration to announce a second wave of the war.
Yeah.
So to reach that kind of 2 months ceasefire will give all sides, both American and Iranian, and also the world, a kind of freedom to breathe and to find how many different technical tackles can have a chance to be discussed. First of all, when the free of the ships to go through the Hormuz Strait. That's number one success. The rest of that, I think it will be followed by a kind of mutual interest discussion between all sides.
Yeah. Mr. Ahmed, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi noted that Egypt will spare no effort for supporting and facilitating these negotiations in coordination with brotherly countries. How do you view the role of Egypt since the start of the war and the tours made by Foreign Minister Badr Abdel Ati and also President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi to ease the tension in the Middle East?
That's also fact, because Egypt, as a diplomacy, the Egyptian diplomacy has a very strong relation with most of the leaders in the countries. I mean, the Gulf states always have to rely on Egypt in different difficult times. That also Egypt with Iran have kind of good relation. America also is trusting the Egyptian leadership and the Egyptian thoughts. So I think within all these facilities, I think Egypt was having a very calm and very high efficient diplomacy. It reached the conclusion that President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi was one of the most interesting leaders to be in discussion directly with President Trump.
Mr. Ahmed, we want to talk more about Israel's stance and its hindering of any peace deal since the start of the war and its keenness to continue the war. How do you read this?
That's actually a bad day for Israel. And I think it was very clear from yesterday that Benjamin Netanyahu and his cabinet, they show that this kind of deal was not on the favorite of Israel, especially stop ceasefire will include also Lebanon. But I think America in that regard was sharp enough to put, Israeli Prime Minister to his limit, that you cannot be facing all the world and you cannot be the troublemaker for all the future of the economy. So I think Israel is in bad situation, but I think as far as Trump administration have taken this decision, no matter what is the reaction in Israel, but the most critical point is what is the influence of Israel to give Trump some hard time within his local people in America.
Mr. Ahmed, the closure of the Strait of Hormuz and its bad effect on the global economy, in the best scenario that the peace deal will be signed or it will be taking effect, if it succeeded, do we expect the recovery of the international global economic crisis to be solved soon, or it will be continuing for a time?
I think gradually it will take some time, but at least it shows that there is no more conflict will be in the region. Iran and the other Gulf states, they need some financial support to restore the facilities that were destroyed by the war. But there is a hope that with time, with gradual kind of technical assistance, the things will be quite easy for the whole world to stop crying on what happened in the future. There is a big hope that this kind of agreement will bring the peace regularly to the region.
Well, Mr. Ahmad Maharem, the journalist and political analyst, thank you very much, Mr. Ahmad, for joining us today in our special coverage.